The Consumer Electronics Show, or CES as it's known, is back and underway in Vegas. And listen, it's not all about big screen TVs, tech gadgets, and new gaming consoles. Vehicles and car technology, they're stealing the show. We're getting a preview of that with friend of the show, Petrina Gentile, and she's an automotive journalist with the Globe and Mail. Look at you up nice and early. Goodness, what time is it in Vegas?
It's only 4:30 in Vegas, very early, and the show floor is pretty quiet.
I bet it is. Well, great to see you. Thanks for getting up early with us. When did car tech really start taking over at CES?
A couple of years ago, we saw this big surge of manufacturers coming here and showing off their technology. So it is everything. It's autonomous, it's electric, it's a safety technology, digitization, it's the whole gamut. And now we're seeing more and more coming. We had two big unveils last night ahead of the show as well.
Do you want to start there? Do you want to start? Where do you want to go first? Where do you want to go first? Is it? I know the BMW is the big one that we want to get to. Do you want to see is it Sony, Honda? Is it a Fila?
Yes, a Fila. So that is actually a new brand that Sony and Honda have come together with. And with that, they introduced their first electric vehicle. And this is interesting because 3 years ago, Sony came to the show and they showed off their vehicle and they were impressed with it. People were blown away with this. And now, of course, this is all about software technology. And they say they're going to have a production vehicle of this in about 2025, 2026.
Okay, so what's the word on it? What are people thinking about it?
There's a lot of positive feedback about it, especially with the look and the design. But I have to say, I mean, the launch yesterday with BMW's chairman, he brought along Arnold Schwarzenegger to unveil their new vehicle. It's a concept vehicle. It's called the iVision D, and D is short for digital emotional experience. And this is really cool because it has up to 32 different colors that you can make on the exterior of the vehicle. So you can really customize it, and they had like blue and purples, and they had checkered board patterns. So it was really cool. And the vehicle even has a sequence when you walk up to it, it'll greet you with lighting and even an avatar on the side window that'll wave to you. And then inside it has a head-up display like you've never seen. It goes across the entire windscreen. And they say elements of this are going to come out into their next generation of vehicles, which will begin in 2025.
So 32 different colors. So if you're I don't know, you're in an orange mood one day, you can like pick the orange color. Like it's up to you, the color that you want to change it to.
Yeah, exactly. Orange, purple, and they were cycling through the colors. So it was going purple, blue, yellow, every shade of the rainbow. It was pretty cool to see, especially in person. I think the pictures didn't really do it justice when you saw it in person.
You've been to so many of these car shows and shows like this. When you hear concept, what's the chances that we actually do see this on the road?
The way it is, likely not, but elements of the vehicles will come to play. This is really about, what they're looking at in terms of the future. And the future is electric, it's digital, it's autonomous. And this is really what a lot of manufacturers are focusing on. So you see new technology, safety technology that Polestar is showing, for example. Flying cars are here as well, debuting here. Again, it's about mobility and transportation and different ways of getting around in the future.
Okay, you said flying car. That's Jetson stuff there.
You're absolutely right. Yes, Aska showed their A5, and this is basically a vehicle that you can drive and then you can take off vertically from it. They say it's going to have a range of about 400 kilometers. They're actually here. They didn't make it in. They were supposed to do their big launch yesterday, but the CEO was delayed because of the weather. So the big launch is this morning, and they're actually giving drives of the vehicle. So you can drive it. Of course, you can't fly it in the air now, but they're hoping to set up like a ride-sharing service that's going to be operational in 2026.
Wow. So how do you take in the show? Do you sign up for like drives like that? Like how do you try to do it?
I usually don't have time, but with that, I'm going to try to squeeze it in because there's a lot of interesting stuff today. I mean, we have APMA, the Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association, is having their global debut of the Canadian-made car. This is the Project Aero. So, you know, you have to really divide your time because there are a lot of launches back to back and a lot of people that you want to see. So I'm going to try, though, to do the car because I think the flying car, I think it's kind of cool just to be able to drive it, you know, in the parking lot.
What about the Ram truck? Let's finish there. We just got under a minute left to go. The Ram 1500, what are they doing?
They are coming out with their first all-electric truck, and this is about time. They are really late to the party with this electric vehicle. We can't really get into too many details because the embargo hasn't lifted yet. It's going to be unveiled later this afternoon, but it really is about time because there are other players in the electric truck market that are stealing some of those sales, including the Ford F-150 Lightning. So this will be interesting to see what the Ram truck looks like.
Petrina, thanks so much for getting up early with us. This is fantastic. I think we got to everything we kind of wanted to. A lot of cool stuff. So have fun, get some rest, and CES goes all the way till Sunday, and we'll see you back in studio hopefully soon.